Good day, everyone. Got an update for you today from BattleFrog. As was announced right here, BattleFrog is in fact coming back. Garfield Griffiths, veteran of the OCR industry, brought back to help bring them back to life. We sat down and talked about it just now. It's the day before Thanksgiving 2020. Let's get right to it. Away we go.
But I have been, obviously with Spartan, they're restructuring right now and just getting ready for 2021. And in the interest of obviously, we're all trying to do what we can to put food on the table. And my love of OCR, and I think that competition is good for everyone. I am assisting BattleFrog to rise from the ashes with new management, new owners. And yes, so I am basically, I guess, in charge, so to speak. I'm not, we have a CEO, but I am below the CEO, and I am coordinating everything to try and get it back off the ground and hopefully have another brand out there.
Well, I'm glad we're doing this, Garfield, because I think a lot of people did think we were kidding, because it has been a thing. Hey, do you think BattleFrog's coming back? And then
stay tuned.
And then people did a really bad job with an April Fool's joke a couple years ago. This is 100% a real thing. You're a real person that I'm speaking to. The first race is scheduled for Miami, which happens to be where you live.
Surprise.
I mean, you don't live in Miami proper, but
not anymore. Fort Lauderdale.
Right. Which is about 58 miles up the road, right?
No, it's like 20
miles up the road.
The road.
And it is going to be not at Amelia, not at the other one. Oleta.
Where you were rude to me. Never going to forget that. It's never going away, Davis.
Garfield's under the impression that I was rude to him because he came up to my tent and said hello, and I was distracted and ADD like I always am, but he thought I was being rude to him.
Actually, no, I came up to your tent in 2012 and I was talking to you, and then you went, anyway, I need to book a flight, and turned your back on me. So bollocks. That's rude.
But that's because I literally did have to book my flight out of town.
The way you did it, sir.
I don't think I said book a flight.
You would book checking in.
Right. I had to check in my flight, so I got my good seats. Right, exactly. Whatever. But we've become best mates almost since then. So the venue is called what?
The venue is the historic Virginia Key Beach Park, where we actually did, before my departure from the Frog the first time, we did the Miami race on the beach, and it was a massively successful and fun race that actually takes part where you can actually get to run along the beach in the ocean. We actually floated an obstacle in the ocean. We did a thing that we called the water weaver, where you had to swim out to it. You had to swim out to the obstacle, and it was basically poles that were sort of sideways. You went over one, under the water, and it was amazing. And it was a very good race. And it was actually the final full race I worked before I went on my merry way to work for everyone else in the business.
So the question on nearly everyone's mind, I can't say everyone's, I'm not a mind reader. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop doing the accent. What is different this time, Garfield? People thought last time the overriding feeling of the OCR industry was we love the people specifically that work on the ground. We love seeing the faces that we know and love at the races, but the upper management was making, dare I say, poor decisions. So what is different this time around, Garfield?
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as poor decisions, but horrendous mistakes is also a good description. There was, there was some issues with, and I don't want to get too into it. We've talked about it, and part of what I'm trying to bring to the table with the new BattleFrog is, let's look forward and not look back. There was a lot of things done in the past that, people could talk about money spent on Fiesta Bowls and fun stuff like that could have been spent on improving the race or possibly just advertising. But anyway, again, that's all done. We have, there's new ownership. So we do have the core founders. The original BattleFrog, most people don't know, the original BattleFrog was created by 3 Navy SEALs. Of course, Navy SEAL based race. That was their passion, was to put a race on that, was dedicated to obviously not putting people through what Navy SEALs go through, because we would just kill people. Joe Public would not be able to handle that. That's why Navy SEALs are what they are. However, investment came in, and it was just things were done badly. And again, I don't want to dwell on that. I parted ways with them for disagreements with things that were done, and I wish them well. Now, the big difference is one of the things is well. Like I say, we have our Navy SEAL who's in charge. He's the CEO. That is Hector Delgado, very heavily decorated, amazing person. He is the big boss. I am below him, so I guess that's one of the biggest changes is my position. I'm kind of overseeing all of the operations, and I mean everything from making sure the marketing department's doing their thing, graphic design is doing the right thing. Obviously, we're the race operations. I'll be operating as race director for the races next year. And I'll be working side by side with Dean Joyce, who was our amazing former Master Chief Navy Seabee, who was the build director for BattleFrog last time. He had the wonderful choice of putting on those 800 races every year. Towards the end, the poor guy he told me he had like 3 days off towards the end in 2 years. So again, we're going to take it very slowly. We are going to build the team very organically. I'm bringing in people. I have kind of myself, Dean, and Alan Joy, who you may remember. Alan's going to be managing all merchandising, procurement, bringing people in, helping with customer service and all those fun things. But other than that, basically everyone that comes in will go through the three of us and approved through the three of us. And then, of course, with final veto by the CEO. But we want to build a team that we are happy with, who understand the industry, understand the market. And I think that wasn't done last time. I think there were people who came in and went, oh, so you guys are doing one of them mud run things. Let's do some direct mail. And it was just things where, so, which is fine. People don't.
That doesn't work anymore?
Not so much. So that was the thing. It was a case of just, people were put in positions that they probably shouldn't have been put in, not through any fault of theirs. But again, we talked about sort of the upper issues. But again, I don't want to dwell on all that. It's done. We have a new format. We're still going to do BattleFrog. It's still going to be the same great race. We're bringing in a lot of the favorite obstacles. There might be a familiar face at the start line, getting you guys underway. I'm not saying any more than that.
Is it you?
Mm-hmm. It's me. No, we are. I'll say it. I'll put it out there. We will be bringing back the Coach Payne experience to the start line. He's going to be helping us. I think he was very integral to the brand and the look and feel of BattleFrog last time. We'll also be bringing back. We got to look at talking about the same graphics team who are really good. They get the brand, how it should look. And and so I don't know. We got 3 races next year. We're going to grow organically, very slowly, maybe 6 the year after this. We're not going to rush it this time. Hopefully, we're going to do it properly, and we'll go from there.
Well, let's talk about the actual race.
Yep.
Last time you started out as, was it an 8K, and then they changed it to a 5 and a 16? Like,
yes,
I honestly don't remember because it's been so long. So what are the
There's a lot of changes. Right now, I think I'm going to go 5 and mostly talking. So Virginia Key Park for the first race is a small venue that we have sort of restraints on distance. So it will be a 5K.
Okay.
That will be the 5K. We're going to launch with that. Talking with David Moore, who's a good friend to the Frog. He might be coming back on board and helping us with the design stuff I mentioned. But also, we are probably looking at relaunching the BFX because that was fairly popular with a small crew.
Right. I loved it. I think one of my favorite races I've ever done was a great BFX in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a great brand. So I think we're gonna relaunch that. But when we move to our full format, and after we're launched fully, it'll be 5K, 15K, BFX, and of course the kids races, the Tadpole and the Bullfrog.
Tadpole is the tiniest children.
Yeah, like half a mile, and then the Bullfrog is like a mile and change.
It's a lot of frogs, man.
A lot of frogs. Of course, the Navy SEAL thing being the frog. For those that don't know, they're the frogmen.
What about paddles?
Paddles.
Medals and paddles and whatnot.
Medals and paddles, all that fun stuff. That'll be Mr. Alan Joy will be managing all that. But yes, we'll have new medals and everything. We will have a whole new load of merchandise and everything. New look. There'll be a sort of the similar look, but a new look. The big green froggy guy's probably going to go. And we have a new chic look for 2020
Oh, so
or 2021.
You mean the advertisement that everybody made fun of? We're going to get rid of that?
Yeah. And we decided to spell all our advertising correctly.
Yeah, you should do that. And in English, mostly in English. What about, no offense, anybody in a different language. So it is in fact BattleFrog X. Is that, I guess they couldn't get the rights on the regular BattleFrog or?
So yeah, I mean, apart from that, but it's also because the BFX obviously was a big thing. But I was talking today with the guys, and I was like, so I know Matt's gonna ask me about the X. I know he is, and you did. So it's kind of the way they're thinking of it is kind of is a multiplied, like X as in like an X factor. Right. So it's like it's not extreme because we definitely don't want to push that. I know, and I know a lot of times last time there was a lot of emphasis on ripping the bands off people and just destroying people and doing a rig that's like 800 feet long and stuff. And we're going to kind of, I mean, yes, it's going to be a challenge. We're going to do that. And I'm going to design the course and everything to be a challenge, but we're not looking at completely destroying people.
Right.
I never have believed in that. I think it's more about getting to the finish line and making sure you know what you've done as opposed to just standing there with your hands pouring of blood on a rig, just devastated that you spent $100 to do that. So that's the way we're going. So it's going to be we're going to probably do I'm thinking of doing the harder lanes and the easier lanes, right. Which was something we pitched. And I think they took it after I left. So that's something. So the pros and the elites that we will do something for will have a harder experience. But for Joe Public, we're not going too extreme. But so the X is more BattleFrog multiplied kind of thing.
Okay. So there will be elite waves with money and then regular people, afternoon wave, kind of a typical race thing.
Typical race format. There might be, we're talking about some possible cash prizes for the elites. It will not be the level it was, at least when I was there. That was a lot of money. We are, we want to get some pros out there. Yeah. $1 million bills, bro. So yes, we want to get people out there, but really, it's about getting everybody out there. It's more, we want to get Joe Public out. We want to get them to see the experience, enjoy what we've got. We're going to bring a lot of the stuff that was really popular back. We have Dean Joyce on board, so he's going to work with the festival activations. Remember, I don't know if you remember the wall of remembrance with all the fallen seals on there. That people love that. The flag ceremony for people. So all of that's going to be happening again because that was great. They really want to push, the charities that they're supporting, the Navy SEAL Foundation, the museum, etc. So that's a big push. Something that the guys want to really put out there that this is to benefit. It's a business, obviously, but it's also to benefit the SEAL charities.
So the obstacles that people really like, they did like rigs, and I agree. I don't think people should be standing there for hours. People also liked what do you call that thing? That's the Weaver-ish thing.
The Weaver-ish thing, that would be the Weaver. Yeah, there were a few. Tsunami was a big popular one.
Tsunami, yes.
That was popular. Huya was a popular one, but it's the industry's changed, Matt, and you know this. As far as going around digging giant holes in people's venues, it's a lot more difficult these days.
Right.
And there's a lot more infrastructure and a lot more cost to it. So there's always ways around it. I mean, American Ninja Warrior does big pits of water in the middle of Church Street in Orlando quite easily. And we've done that. I know with Spartan, we've done it where you kind of build up a pit of water. So there's ways we can do it because I still think there's got to be at least one obstacle where you collapse into a big old pit of water. It's fun. So yeah, the old ones will be there. We're looking at probably bringing in some trust stuff and upgrading some of the obstacles, but a lot of the old ones will be there.
What else do we want to find out?
Like I say, I mean, we just we are starting small and organic. That's the big thing. The website will be up and running soon. Right now, it's literally just a splash page, coming soon page.
Well, that was what I was going to ask is when tickets will be actually on sale. That's what I was going to ask.
So we are working diligently to try and get something up. Obviously, there's a lot. I've just come on board, and literally in the last week, and there's a lot of moving parts that have to happen before you sell a ticket. People say, "Oh, you just sell a ticket. You just go sell," but there has to be a waiver attached to it. There has to be a T-shirt option attached to it. There has to be,
Of course.
So, so we're working on all that right now. We really were trying to get it done for like a Black Friday thing. That may or may not happen. It could be a Cyber Monday thing, but it's going to happen. There's a big promotion coming out probably within the next 10 days, I would say, which is going to launch. It might be a BOGO. It might be a buy one, get a date with Matt. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure that out. Hello. Nice.
What about a date to Taco Bell with Garfield and Matt?
I thought you were a Waffle House guy.
I'm a big Waffle House guy, but you and I did get nice. We did get some lobster tacos together. Do you remember?
Lobster tacos. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening, sir. No lobster tacos. Are you going to come down and see us in Miami?
I would love
terrible
to.
Place to visit.
I believe I already have it penciled in as soon as you announced. Now, obviously, we don't know what's going to happen with the country, but I understand you've got to move forward as if it's going to happen. And knowing Florida as I do, I live in Georgia, which doesn't act that differently than Florida. I would put everybody that asked me about when are Spartans come back, when a race is coming back, I'm like, I would not plan on a race in California, but if a race is in Florida and Georgia, probably going to happen.
Yeah, and and I did work heavily with the COVID activation, with the Spartan race. And again, I'm very big on like I say, the OCR United. We all want to collaborate and just get this industry up and moving again. But it's got to be safe. I totally get it. So yes, it is a gamble to get it out by the spring. But it's Florida, and we'll see. I know the vaccine they're talking about, but we will still, no doubt, be following all COVID safety protocols, which thankfully I have been through the gamut with Spartan before. So yeah, safety will still be a major priority. Probably, I'm hoping even more so than in the past. I'd like to really improve that safety record. It's one of my kind of sticking points when I work any race. So yes, got a lot of plans, but participant safety number one.
That is all. Thank you so much, Garfield, for checking in before you carve up your turkey or ham or tofurkey or some other vegetarian dish of one kind or another. Really appreciate you guys checking in these days on all the videos. We've got so many great pieces of content out there. We've got podcasts, we've got articles, we've got videos. So please go to obstacleracingmedia.com, go to the Instagram page. Come join us, won't you? Have a great holiday, everyone. Love you. Miss you. Mean it. I got to run.